My fiancée asked for one nighted with her ex to get closure. That was the moment our wedding died.
I never imagined the day my life would collapse would begin like any other Tuesday. The Iowa summer sun was heating up Cedar Rapids, and I was wrapping up a project at the architectural firm where I worked for 4 years. My life felt steady, predictable, even happy. My fiancée, Melissa, and I were planning a beautiful autumn wedding, the kind she always dreamed of, with golden leaves framing our photos. We'd met 3 years earlier at my buddy Jake's 4th of July barbecue. She had this incredible smile that just lit up the air around her, the kind that tilted just slightly when she laughed. From that first moment, I was completely hooked. 2 years later, I was on one knee, asking her to spend her life with me, and she said yes through happy tears. Everything felt perfect, but slowly things started to shift. Melissa grew distant. Her phone was always with her, flipped face down whenever I entered the room. She started sleeping on the far edge of our bed. Our conversations became short, all business wedding payments, vendor lists, family visits. Her laughter, once so vibrant, faded into a memory. Whenever I'd ask if something was wrong, she'd just say, "It's work stress." And like a fool, I believed her, drowning in denial. Then came the night everything changed. I cooked her favorite dinner, hoping to break the tension. But she barely touched her food, her eyes glued to her phone. I couldn't take it anymore. I finally asked, "Melissa, what's going on?" She twisted her engagement ring, sighed, and said the words that ripped my entire world apart. "I love you, but I need to tell you something." My stomach dropped. She told me her ex, Eric, a musician from her college days, was back in town. They had accidentally met at Whole Foods and had been texting, just catching up, she insisted. But then came the blow I never saw coming. I want our wedding. I want our life. But before I marry you, I need one night with Eric, one last time. For closure, the room went silent. I thought I must have misheard her. "You want my permission to cheat on me?" "It's not cheating if you know," she argued. "It's just closure so I can marry you without any doubts." In that moment, something inside me just snapped. I looked at her and realized I didn't even know this person. With a calmness I definitely didn't feel, I told her, "Take all the closure you need." Her face lit up with relief, maybe even excitement. And that was the moment our relationship died. I walked out that night and went straight to Jake's house. The numbness turned to pure rage. When I told him what happened, he nearly choked on his beer. "She what?" I laid out my plan. It wasn't about revenge, just truth. I called her father, George, a strict ex-military man who once joked he rearranged the bones of anyone who hurt his daughter. When I explained what Melissa was planning, he went quiet, very quiet. Then he just said, "Which apartment?" I told him. He replied, "I'll handle it." For the next week, Melissa played the perfect fiancée while I prepared for the end. I packed her things, changed the locks, and canceled the wedding venue. On Saturday, she got all dressed up, looking like she was going on a first date. The irony was sickening. She told me she loved me, then walked out the door to sleep with another man. At 9:17 p.m., her father called. It's done. He'd found them. Eric in a bathrobe, Melissa inside, candles lit, wine poured. He didn't yell. He just told her to get her things and go home. Hours later, she showed up at my place. When she saw her boxes by the door, she exploded. "You're kicking me out? Because of tonight?" "No, Melissa," I said. "I ended things the moment you asked to sleep with another man." She tried to explain, to downplay it. "It didn't even happen." "It would have," I replied, "if your dad hadn't stopped you." Her anger turned to panic. "Where am I supposed to go?" "Anywhere that isn't here." She slammed the door, and that was the end. The fallout was immediate. Her best friend Kelly came over, furious that I was overreacting. I didn't argue. Then her parents invited me over, not to scold me, but to apologize. They were worried. Melissa had spiraled, planning to quit her job and move to Nashville with Eric. They wanted me to talk sense into her, but I refused. She wasn't my problem anymore. Then Eric himself texted me, asking to meet. The audacity. At the bar, he confessed the whole closure idea was his lie. He even tried to give me the engagement ring back. I laughed, slid it back to him, and said, "Sell it. Maybe it'll help your music career." Walking out of that bar, I felt lighter than I had in months. Weeks went by. On what would have been our wedding day, I went hiking. The golden autumn leaves were just as beautiful as she'd imagined, but now they were just mine. That night at dinner with friends, my phone buzzed. It was Melissa. She was in Nashville, broken, done with Eric, wanting to come home. "I miss you. I love you. Please meet me." I stared at the messages and felt nothing. "No," I typed back. "There's nothing left to say." Her final text came a minute later. "I'll regret losing you forever." I put my phone down. And for the first time since that horrible Tuesday, I finally felt at peace. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever been through something like this, remember your worth. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.